This is Mina Cohen, and we've had a very rough day because her husband has had some ups and downs, and she just was on CNN and she was on Israeli television. So it was a very emotional day, especially since people from the kibbutz came and wanted to thank her and her husband for saving their lives. So we've written out her story. And I'm going to read it to you, and then she's going to finish it. So, this is what Mina was going to say at the beginning of the day, but we're going to make this a little easier for her. So, my name is Mina, I'm going to be Mina, excuse me. My name is Mina Cohen. My parents made Aliyah from Iran, and I was born in Tel Aviv. When I was a soldier in the tank corps, I met a slightly older, very handsome man with blonde hair and blue eyes. He won my heart. His mother survived the Nazis in Europe. His dream was to build the country by living in the South. After we were married, we moved to kibbutz Magen, right on the border with Gaza. Baruch has always been involved in civilian defense. For the last 17 years, he's headed our kibbutz civil defense unit. He's always armed and carrying communication devices. In hundreds of attacks on the kibbutz over the decades, he's been the first to respond. Our husband-wife agreement is that I will not phone him or disturb him, and I'll manage on my own. This was true when our 3 children were growing up. I admit it's taken a toll on me, and I have gone for resilience counseling. On Saturday morning, we were still in bed when the alarm sounded. I went outside and looked at the sky. The rockets looked like fireworks. Baruch left quickly, ordering me to get in the safe room, lock the door and the window. He drove his car to the perimeter and locked the kibbutz iron gates. Of course, the fences that surround the kibbutz fields where we grow wheat, peanuts, and potatoes for export are easily cut. Every kibbutz and town has a citizen defense unit, but on our kibbutz, Baruch trains his team, even taking them away for sharpshooter practice. He carries all the emergency equipment in his car. There's a hill in the center of the kibbutz. He placed all his men on all sides of the hill. They shot hundreds of rounds as the terrorists shot at them with automatic weapons and shoulder-held rockets. The terrorists who were assigned to penetrate our kibbutz and told to kill us all couldn't get to us. They ran away. In recent months, our daughter-in-law moved to the kibbutz with our son. Our son was out fighting with my husband to stop the terrorists. She called me from her safe room, hysterical. I talked her through it, even though I wasn't really calm myself. You know how it is with your upset older children. I didn't know what was happening to Baruch. I worried that if terrorists came with guns, they could easily shoot the locks on my door and shutters and murder me too. By now, you know of the massacres on our nearby kibbutzim. What I didn't know was that the terrorists were already at the kibbutz gates when Baruch arrived. They shot an RPG, a shoulder-held grenade launcher at Baruch. They weren't sure it killed him, so they shot him several times more too. Somehow he managed to drive himself out of the kibbutz. The kibbutz office gave me double talk when I called. I knew they were lying. Finally, they said Baruch was very badly injured and they didn't know what had happened. What, they asked, were his identifying marks? Did he have any scars? Maybe a tattoo? What was he wearing? His fellow fighter and best friend was dead. Finally, we learned that Baruch was evacuated hours later by helicopter to Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem. We still thought he was dead. My son was looking for him in the Hadassah morgue with the help of the social workers. They checked each dead body. I went out of my safe room and began setting up the living room to sit Shiva for my husband. And then we heard he was alive and in surgery. I had to give permission to amputate his leg. As a couple, we had decided that if either of us was going to be seriously disabled and had a chance to live or die, we would choose death. But faced with this real decision, I couldn't let my beloved husband die. I know that on some days, when life is tough with one leg, he's going to be angry at me. I've had many positions on the kibbutz. I'm a project manager and was responsible for the building of all the safe rooms. I worked at a home for disabled children. When Baruch woke up, he saw that he had no leg. I can live with it, he said, but it won't be easy for a fighter like him. Baruch was going to die in the helicopter, but Hadassah brought him back to life.
Yes,
And what do you want to say?
this is true. Thank you very much, Barbara. I'm sorry that I cannot say all these things because I'm so excited and I'm very, very tired from Saturday morning. It was a terrible day. It was very frightened. And when I asked the man that came to say to me that Baruch was wounded, so I asked, where is he? And we didn't know. And after 2 hours, we know that he's in Hadassah. And one social worker called me and asked me from the trauma unit what he's wearing, what he have that you can tell me that it's Baruch. And I said, okay, he have shoes, special shoes from America for the soldiers, and he have a watch special. So look after him. And then I know that he's in good hands because I know about Hadassah. And I know how much this hospital is the good one and the best. And I told to my son, do it. Go tell the doctor to cut his leg. It's okay. We will live with it. And we will לנצח.
We will win.
We will win. And we will take the terrorists from our area. And we are one of the kibbutzim. There are 32 kibbutzim in our area. So we are one of the kibbutzim that only one soldier died, but all the other 400 people, they are alive and they are now in the Dead Sea because there is a hotel there and the kibbutz is closed. So it's only soldier there. And I appreciate very much Yoram that was with me all the days. He came every day to visit me so many times. And I found Barbara and David, and we are become friends. And thank you. Thank you very much that my husband is still alive.